Hey, what's going on, everybody? Phil here. Welcome to another episode of GLE. You probably noticed if you're watching the video, I got some new GLE swag. This is the GLE Core Values flag T-shirt. Personal design myself. I'm kind of proud of it. But yeah, if y'all want to grab some of this, go leadeverything.com/gear. We're gonna keep dropping new gear. People can wear some of the good mindset we share here, and people can influence the world around them just as they walk around. They don't even need to use their words. They can just wear the right kind of messaging on a T-shirt or something else, or wear the GLE logo and get more people aware of the show so they can hear some of this mindset too and be inspired to be an example of faith, love, truth, and courage in a world that is promoting fear, hate, anti-truth, and conformity. And that's the only way that we're going to change it. So, yeah, go grab some gear. I got a lot of new subscribers on YouTube recently. It's amazing. I'm going to put out some stats here in a little while, but been doing the show almost 4 years now. Hard to believe, since 2020. Totally new to this space, and I think I'm proof that there's a lot of people that are much more effective at growing a podcast. So I'm learning some things the hard way. But I do have to say, I appreciate everybody listening and supporting the show. I've been getting lots and lots of support lately. And really, as far as like follower accounts and subscribers and views and all that stuff, just talking, YouTube recently, like 90% of the show growth has come in the last like 6 months. Right? I've been going 4 years, y'all, 4 years, and it's just exponential curve. So, really appreciate everybody and all your support, especially those that have been with me since the start and have showed their support. I really appreciate you. And, if you want to grab some gear, go grab some. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, go subscribe at the Phil Swanson channel on YouTube. Apple Podcasts, follow, rate it, leave a review. Spotify, if you listen on there, rate it. I've tried to do a better job myself of going in, finding the shows that I listen to a lot, and I go find them on all the platforms and try to give them all the support I can, because it means a lot, and it helps those people that have those good messages. It helps their message get out to more people. We are now, new announcement, on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Rumble, and Overcast. So we are getting out to more people just by being on more platforms, which is something, again, probably could have and should have done a long time ago. Focused on growing the show this year, if you hadn't noticed. And we're going to really be ramping it up. All right, done a lot of talking about stuff I've got going on, right? Get some gear, go subscribe, asking you to do things. Why am I doing that? It actually makes me feel uncomfortable, believe it or not. My whole life, and I've realized this recently, I've had in the past, and I'm getting over it. I'm not completely over it yet. I've had a mindset where I was really hesitant to ask people for things. I thought, hey, if I can do it myself, why am I going to ask somebody else to do it for me? And so I kind of created this in my mind that it's rude to ask people for things. And it's really a hindrance. I saw a post from Alex Hermosi lately that spoke about the most successful people. They might annoy many people, but they have a whole big following. Why? Because they make people aware of what they got going on. They aren't afraid to ask for things. Ask for exactly what they want. Don't beat around the bush. I was chatting with a friend of mine. I made him aware of the GLE gear store. Go leadeverything.com/gear. It's on the screen. And he's a great guy. And he's been following the show for a while. Been a great supporter, really good longtime friend. And he said back to me, he's like, I assume you don't really need me to buy swag. That's what he said. Which, I've kind of gotten over taking anything personally, so it didn't bother me. I just thought it was kind of interesting that, someone with even an awesome mindset like his could, say something back as a response like that. And no, I don't need you to buy swag. Right? I've been doing the show 4 years without any support other than, thank yous from the people willing to at least give me that, right? And share, maybe share a few things. You can't lead people you need. This was a quote I heard, and it really bothered me for a while. I had to really think about it. And I still haven't figured out how to explain it. When I do, I'm going to do a podcast episode on it, but I haven't figured it out yet. But I think it's true. I believe it's true. You can't lead people you need. Anyway, after looking at the GLE gear store, goleadeverything.com/gear, he ended up finding something that he was willing to wear. And, I wasn't like, after he said that, I didn't like beg him to buy something. I just kind of dropped it. But he ended up ordering some gear and thought it was a good way to show his support. Asked me other ways to show support as well. And I told him, hey, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube or, left me a rating on Apple, go share the show, grab some gear for yourself, your family, that anything that all helps. And so, I ended up with a new subscriber and a gear order. And I wouldn't have got that if I didn't ask. Right? Was it rude for me to ask? I don't think so. Seemed pretty normal. He's a great guy. Had a great conversation. He ended up sharing back his logo for his company and gave me some gear ideas for the future. I asked him for some feedback, and that's for you too. Like if y'all are listening here and you go to goleadeverything.com/gear and you don't like the designs or you have feedback, DM me. Let me know. Let's get some gear that you all like to wear. The reason I set up the gear store, I had many people reach out to me and say, hey, dude, like I would love to get my hands on some gear that I can wear to support GLE. And, I've already put out some silent challenges on there and sent some free gear to people who have been supporting me for a long time, told me they wanted gear. And when I put out some examples of that gear, they said they really like certain ones, asked where they could get them. And I just sent them to them because they were longtime supporters that were the first ones to respond on my gear posts. So I do stuff like that. And so if y'all want to support the show, go grab some gear, goleadeverything.com/gear. But here's the point, right? Like, don't be afraid to share what you got going on. I used to think it was rude. I used to think it was annoying or why, you're asking people for something like that. So it's so rude almost. Like, I don't know why I thought it was rude. I don't even know if anybody taught me that. I don't know how it got ingrained into me. I'm thinking back to my parents and I never remember being taught that. The Bible is very explicit. Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened. You don't have because you don't ask. Yeah, it's talking about prayer, one, which honestly, I pray a lot, but I haven't in the past, over the course of my life, gone to God a lot and asked specifically for what I want. I don't know. Like, I didn't do that. I do it now, but I didn't previously. And so, with this spirit in mind, with this mindset of growth, this is an area I'm focused on growing this year. I'm all about giving the value first, give, jab, 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 right hook, right? The whole Gary Vee thing. And I've been giving, right? I've been all give for 4 years now. And, I really appreciate y'all showing appreciation for the show, sharing it out, those who have, being loyal listeners, being loyal followers. It really means a lot. And I know there's so many of you with great mindsets out there that just love, it's almost like I've felt before putting out the show that the world was starving for leadership. And now I feel it even more that people are like so happy to hear a Christian, truth filled, love, courage, faith filled message in this world. Like they're starving for it. They've been starving for it. And the feedback I get is this relief of like, dude, yeah, like keep saying that. That's right on. Like nobody else is talking about this. So yeah, we've been talking a lot of faith, and we'll get into some tactical finance stuff from time to time, but it's important. It's important to have the worldview right, so everything else can get in line right. So I'm working on this year. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I'd ask you again, in the spirit of this episode, share the show. Subscribe on YouTube. We're on Rumble now, so go follow us over there if you're on Rumble. And go to goleadeverything.com/gear. You may notice a little different video format also on this show. We're trying out StreamYard. I think the logo is probably on here. But anyway, I'm trying to upgrade my game a little bit. I was on a live stream the other day. I've got friends who've been using StreamYard for a while. And I just took the easy route of the way I've always done it, right? And so we're trying to do it better. So we're giving StreamYard a shot and see how this goes. But you see the website down in the corner, goleadeverything.com/gear. Go grab some gear. Support the show. We'd appreciate it. And as you go, everybody out there, don't be afraid to ask for what you want in a very loving way. And make sure that you seek the truth, knock on doors, and God is the one that opens them. He'll give the increase for you as you go lead everything.